Dear viewers, welcome to a journey into the world of crime, power, and consequences. I am Sham Q, your TV show reviewer and critique, a passionate lover of suspenseful dramas and true events. And today, I bring you a deep dive into one of the most gripping crime series ever created, Narcos, Season 1, a show that pulls you into the murky depths of cartel wars, political corruption, and the battle for dominance. Narcos premiered in 2015 on Netflix and is a bilingual crime thriller that reconstructs the rise of the infamous Medellín Cartel, led by none other than Pablo Escobar. With an IMDb rating of 8.8/10 and spanning 3 thrilling seasons, this show takes us through the power struggles, betrayals, and consequences of one of the most feared criminal empires in history. Based on true events, every moment feels raw, intense, and hauntingly real. And let me tell you, as someone who thrives on suspense and authenticity, this season was an absolute binge-worthy experience for me.
Dear viewers, if you're enjoying this review, please subscribe to our channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments. It encourages us to create more great content. Thank you for watching.
Now, let's talk about the heartbeat of Narcos, its characters. Wagner Moura delivers a chilling yet charismatic portrayal of Pablo Escobar, a man who started as a small-time smuggler and climbed his way to the top of the global drug empire, controlling the cocaine trade like no one before him. His transformation into the larger-than-life drug lord is nothing short of mesmerizing. Every scene he's in carries an unshakable aura of danger, ambition, and raw power. He doesn't just play Escobar, he becomes him, embodying the man who, at his peak, supplied 80% of the world's cocaine and amassed a fortune so vast that he once offered to pay off Colombia's entire national debt. Escobar was more than just a criminal. He was a ruthless strategist, a master manipulator, and a man whose influence extended beyond the underworld. He saw himself as a Robin Hood figure, funding schools, hospitals, and housing for the poor, winning over the people, even as he waged all-out war against the Colombian government, rival cartels, and anyone who dared to stand in his way. And yet, beneath his carefully crafted public persona lay a man of cold-blooded brutality, one willing to eliminate anyone, from high-ranking politicians to innocent bystanders, to protect his empire. On the other side, we have Pedro Pascal and Boyd Holbrook as DEA agents Javier Peña and Steve Murphy. These two men serve as our guides through the chaos, offering a perspective that is as thrilling as it is terrifying. Their performances bring balance to the narrative, showing us that the war on drugs wasn't just about catching criminals, it was about navigating a morally gray battlefield where justice was often compromised. The role of the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, and the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, in Colombia during this time was complex and deeply controversial. Initially, the DEA's primary mission was to dismantle Escobar's empire by targeting his drug labs, money laundering networks, and international smuggling routes. However, as the war escalated, their involvement became more political, leading them into uneasy alliances with the Colombian government, rival cartels, and even paramilitary groups. Were they fighting for justice, or were they merely shifting the balance of power in a bloody game of chess? Meanwhile, the CIA's role in Colombia had its own layers of secrecy and strategy. While the DEA focused on drug trafficking, the CIA had broader geopolitical concerns. The US feared that Escobar's wealth and influence could destabilize the region, especially if left unchecked. However, the agency's covert operations often blurred ethical lines, as they were accused of supporting groups that were just as ruthless as Escobar in their pursuit of power. Their objective wasn't just stopping drugs, it was preserving U.S. interests in Latin America, ensuring that no single entity, be it a cartel or a political movement, disrupted their control. This is where Narcos truly shines. It doesn't just tell the story of Escobar, the DEA, or the CIA. It forces us to question the entire machinery of the drug war. Was it ever about justice, or was it about power? Did the agencies fighting Escobar help to bring peace, or did they merely create a vacuum for another violent regime to take his place? The show brilliantly balances action with historical depth, making us feel the tension of every gunfight, negotiation, and betrayal. Narcos is not a documentary, nor is it filmed like one. Instead, it is a deeply immersive dramatization that masterfully incorporates elements of real history. The show seamlessly blends archival footage with cinematic storytelling, grounding the drama in historical authenticity without compromising on its gripping narrative style. It doesn't present the cartel life as a distant, exaggerated Hollywood fantasy. It makes you feel the weight of every decision, every betrayal, and every moment of impending violence. The world of Narcos is a place where loyalty is fleeting, trust is a commodity, and survival is an everyday struggle. The cartel empire isn't just built on cocaine, it's built on fear, political manipulation, and an intricate web of alliances that can shift in an instant. One wrong move, one misplaced trust, and even the most powerful figures can be reduced to nothing. The show exposes the hidden horrors of the cartel world, the calculated assassinations, the brutal enforcement of cartel law, and the relentless expansion of an empire that thrived on secrecy and terror. But beyond the action and high-stakes drama, Narcos is a chilling exploration of power, greed, and the human cost of ambition. It doesn't glorify crime, nor does it simplify the battle against it. Instead, it presents a stark reality, one where heroes and villains are often separated by nothing more than a thin line of circumstances. It dares to ask difficult questions. Is Escobar a product of a corrupt system, or is he the one who exploited it best? Are the law enforcers truly noble, or are they merely the lesser of two evils? The answers are never simple, and that is precisely what makes Narcos so compelling. But let me ask you this. How does a man go from being a small-time smuggler to one of the most feared names in history? How does he balance a life of unimaginable wealth with the paranoia of being hunted? And what happens when even the mightiest empire starts to crumble from within? These are questions Narcos doesn't just answer, it forces you to experience them. Season 1 of Narcos is a masterclass in storytelling, character depth, and suspense. It's not just about the drugs, it's about the people who make the choices, the ones who suffer because of them, and the blurred morality that lies in between. For its gripping narrative, powerful performances, and unflinching realism, I give Narcos Season 1 a solid 85/100. But now, I turn to you, dear viewer. Have you witnessed the rise of Escobar? If so, what were your thoughts? And if not, what intrigues you the most about this dark yet captivating world? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's talk about it. Until next time, stay curious and keep watching great TV.
Dear viewers, if you enjoyed this review, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and sharing it with others. Don't forget to click the bell icon to stay updated with new content. Thank you for being so supportive.